what we are doing in Protect, and what services and products we are offering to the industry. And then I'll touch upon how we can cover the compliance, how we can actually give the efficiency in the operations to talk about the particular topic. I request Raju to continue.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'll quickly touch upon what we do at Protect. Protect is just a 4-year-old company. We started operations in 2020 during COVID time. Along with 5 people, currently we are crossing 400 team now. So we started with service, then we transformed ourselves into product development. Currently we are into innovation space of Gen AI, which is solving so many problems in the industry, which is repeated in nature, or there is a problem which can be solved with AI and LLMs and ML. So those kind of innovation bucket what we are currently working on. And in terms of engagement from last 4 years, we have been completed around 150 engagements. So far it can be small, medium or large engagements. It can be SAP implementation, rollout or any gap analysis, such kind of engagements has been completed in last 3.5 years. As we are more focused into pharma industry, we have around 100 plus pharma experts. Rather than the resource, people know about the complete process who are such kind of resources what we onboard and we call as a pharma expert team. And we have pharma services in terms of CSV, MES, LIMS or SAP or document management system. Such kind of services what we have right from small company to a larger enterprise companies. We do multiple services to pharma industry. And currently we are having 50 plus customers based out of India, and we slowly expanding our business not only in India, and we are also diversifying ourselves into oil and gas and other industry, agriculture industry. And currently we have offshore delivery center based out of Hyderabad, and we are supporting for different countries across India now. And we will touch upon the digital products what we have, but we are more concentrated on the novel products what we have built on Gen AI, which are what we call the problem of industry of making links, master data or content creation, such kind of innovative products that has been delivered or implemented. We will see a quick demo on this particular engagements. So these are major customers what we currently support, and we also work with big fives like NTT, Infosys and Capgemini, where we give the manpower to them, they serve the end customer. That is how we are transformed from such services to innovation organization. Thank you. And Venkat will continue on the AI part.
Thank you, Raju. Before getting into the actual topic, these are the products and services that we are offering for pharma. We look at the products and services in the landscape of quality function, manufacturing and innovation space. So what we are providing the products under quality, we have a platform called ProDRE, that is Data Review and Exception Platform. By using this platform, you can automate your audited review across all GX systems, starting from Empower or a CDA system, both at a batch level as well as scheduled review, and similarly any non-CDS like UV, or KF, right? And it can be extended to digital systems like LIMS or MES system reviews also. So the objective of this particular platform is how can we see the hotspots across all the processes, right? And then proactively, if you can work on those actions or exceptions, how can we reduce the compliance issues, right? That's the objective of this particular product or platform. And byproduct of this particular platform is we can reduce the ratio of a QC analyst to the reviewer, because 60% of the activity what reviewers are doing that can be done by this particular platform, and by which you can improve the compliance, and also there will be at least a 40% of the improvement in the productivity will be there in a QA or the review process. Not only just quality, even in manufacturing, if you want to review the alarms, right, equipment alarms where a specified interval, if it is deviating a parameter, that is only the exception for us. So how can we review those such parameters by extracting the data from PDF copies and then providing a summary for the events around the VN manufacturing. And like this, we have multiple products. I'll touch upon CDS where we are doing multiple, because millions of data we are generating in CDS are important, but we are not leveraging those data for both in terms of investigations as well as the transformation use cases. What we are doing is we will be able to extract the data from CDS, and then on top of that, you can get automated research logbooks of HPLC and GCs and columns, and also you can see the instrument utilization across the HPLC and across the sites. And you can take a decision where exactly we are actually not using the instruments and how people are actually starting the sequence. For example, in any shift, people are coming in a shift and they are starting the sequence at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, right? So before leaving the shift. So those things can be monitored by using this data, and then we can take proactive actions. How can we do the productivity chromatography process? And we have our own QMS suite, starting from change control to Kappa, and then we have user access management system, and we have our own DMS system, and we have 3 products on A. I'll talk about those products after our session. And we are providing multiple services on LIMS, end-to-end LIMS services, where we can help you in identifying a right LIMS system, and then implementation, while implementation, any developments required, or any rollouts or master data management or support. We can provide end-to-end managed services both for LIMS and MES systems. And we are also providing CSV services, starting from regular CSV qualifications or equipment qualifications or gap analysis, retrospective analysis. We have a good team of CSV who can perform CSV activities. And we have a vertical of SAP services, all kind of implementation we are doing in SAP. Moving to the actual topic, AI powered compliance for enhancing pharma manufacturing quality operations. So before starting the session, many of you know about the AI. We used to, there are many jargons we are using when AI as a term, right? People are saying deep learning, people are saying ML, or people are saying about AI. But always AI is, or ML and deep learning or generative are subset of AI, right? Basis to the use case, right? Basis to the objective of our intent. We can use these particular subsets under AI as a umbrella. So I will not touch upon what is the definition of deep learning or ML, but always the ML and deep learning are part of under the umbrella of AI. And according to the McKinsey report, right? So we are going to witness the lot of progress in next decade, what we had compared to what we had in the last 100 years. If you look at the major technologies here, we are going to, so according to the report, 50% of the activities, what we are doing currently is going to automate, right? But there are many technologies like RPA or voice to text. There are multiple technologies available where we can automate the activities, and also the connectivity. Now in general life, we are able to speak with the multiple equipments, right? But we are not using the same technology in pharma industry. But there are a lot of progress is going to happen on the connectivity part, where we can speak with our machines, we can get the data, and also we are able to connect all the instruments where we can get the data directly sourced to the respective digital systems. And there are many in terms of digital infrastructure, where even program also now we are automating by using GenAI kind of technologies. I am not spending much time, but the intent of this particular slide is how our operation is going to transform in next 10 years, right? We should be ready, because this is the right time. India, in our industry, many people are actually in the journey of digitalization. While digitalizing your process like LIMS or MES systems, we should think about what kind of data we should require, right? This is the right time to think about we should have structured data to enable these kind of technologies in future, right? So that's the right time. And what is that we can do in multiple process in pharma? So there are a couple of processes of what I identified here, what we can do with AI. So one is regulatory compliance, where you can actually automate regulatory reporting, where you can identify deficiency while submitting any filings, and also in manufacturing quality, where you can predictive column shelf life predictions, right? Because 20% of the failures what we are having in chromatography is because of poor column performance. And many millions of data we are having in Empower. Why can't we predict the column shelf life by using previous sensitivity parameters, right? And similarly, breakdowns prediction. There are many things possible in manufacturing and quality. And similarly, both in supply chain as well as in terms of clinical trials or pharmacovigilance, where we can do adverse report, event reporting, etc. When it comes to AI use cases, actually in AI there are different personas are available. You can use AI as an assistant, AI as an expert, AI as a creator AI or simulator AI. I will take a few use cases here. When it comes to AI as an assistant, report compiler or automation of master data. If you look at any distillation process in India, even though if I have a LIMS system in my hand, it is taking more than 2 to 3 years to complete the adoption across all the sites. The only main reason is the master data creation, right? And also during that period, we'll have a hybrid approach where we'll use the paper as well as the LIMS system. So by using this system, so we developed our own product where it will automate the auditor, the master data creation process. You just upload your STP, automatically system will create a worksheet for the LIMS or MBS, both in manufacturing as well as quality systems. And simulators, we can create digital twin scheduling. How can we automate the scheduling process both in manufacturing and quality by taking manufacturing inputs, because always QC is skewed in terms of planning, because always they will get more samples at the end of the month, right? Unless you change the planning and scheduling at manufacturing, you cannot solve the problem of planning and scheduling QC. So how can we actually integrate all the planning and scheduling system across manufacturing, packing as well as quality, so that we can optimize at least 20% of the operations here. And expert as AI, so chromatography review, where there are many 483s on this particular process, where people are actually existing integration events or set the integration events to generate the peak integrations. So is there any anomalies here? So we have a product where it identifies exact start and end time of each peak, whether peaks are integrated properly or not, right? And what kind of inputs they have used in the sample set creation, whether really as per STP or not, it will be reviewed by the system itself. And there are many use cases under these personas. And what we are doing in ProTech, so I'll explain. Already I described about this ProDRE, that is data driven exception platform. Without actually AI, we can achieve this particular platform where you can automate your auditor reviews across all GXP systems. You can call it any system. It may be a chromatography system or a standalone system or any LIMS or a MES system or equipment alarms. Across all GXP systems, you can automate auditor review by using this system. As I explained, it can improve the compliance, and also there is a byproduct, 40% of the productivity it can be improved, where reviewers first time can reduce here. And master data automation, so which is a revolutionary product what we have developed by using generative AI. So which can you just upload your STP, right? With just upload of STP, you can actually create your electronic worksheet, either a Labware LIMS or a Caliber LIMS or Lavantage LIMS, where we can automate master data creation automatically by using this product. And content creator, as you know, in the pharma, 30 to 40% of the bandwidth we are spending only on the content creation, starting from R&D to SCM, where we are generating multiple protocols, reports, SOPs, and STPs. Even though we are having data in a digital form, still we are spending a lot of time on creating contents, right? By using this particular platform, you can actually create content at a 70% level. I'm not saying it will create 100% level. Example, you want to create a cleaning management protocol, right? You just give an equipment number with location, system will create the protocol at a 70% level. Anyway, assembly will come into picture where it will map up to the 100%. But you can improve the productivity, or you can save the time of the persons or the bandwidth of actual scientists by automating the content creation, whether in R&D or manufacturing and quality. This video where how we are actually automating the master data in LIMS system. So there are multiple systems you can select. If you select the labware, you just upload an STP here. System will provide automatically the data, extract the data of STP, method IDs, etc. You just provide for which section or grade you are preparing this particular master, and system will create automatically the product and product grades, which is required for labware in system. You know, to create one parent master in labware, it takes 5 days. But by using this particular system, we can create actually 50 specifications per day. That's the capability of this particular air caliber also, right? If you are having 1000 specifications, you just upload the STPs, system will assign the required EWS or EW fields wherever required in the worksheets. So that there are two objectives of this particular product where you can improve the compliance, because 0.01% mistake in master leads to 100% mistake in execution. If the user provides the wrong or OT limits to master data, right, system will release the batch without checking the OT. So we can control such kind of errors here, and also at the same time you can reduce the overall cycle time of distillation process, where you can automate this particular process. We just look at the after creation of the electronic worksheet, system is automatically uploaded. You can see the product also here. It's just one example by using the current trends of GenAI, because where GenAI is having, most of the people are using ChatGPT, right? Where you can give some context, system is able to create a lot of content, right? Similarly, the same technology we are using here, system is able to identify the patterns, previous patterns, and also every organization will have their own patterns of creating EDA sheets or electronic worksheets. But this system can understand the respective site patterns, and also more important is when you are disclosing, standardization of the process is very, very important. Because site to site there will be a lot of variation where we will face the problem while usage of this particular data in any transformation journey. So this particular platform actually will enable having a standardized process, a standardized implementation of any LIMS or MES systems, and also which will enable the AI use cases in future on top of this platform. But we talked about many things. So we discussed about what is AI, and there are many personas in AI, and where we can implement AI also we discussed. But how to implement? So according to the McKinsey, there is a framework available where the strategy is very, very important. So because we are not implementing this technology for fancy things, right? So for every organization, they should have their own purpose or where they want to create some value, right? We need to select, we need to create a roadmap where we want to utilize or leverage these technologies, and mainly leadership has to be convinced on top of this technology. They should be aware of these technologies, and then with that only we can create a roadmap. Once they convinced, once they create a roadmap, next 4 years or 3 years, these are the values or these are the transformation I have to generate in the system. Once you get the roadmap, there are capabilities required in the system where with respect to data, because already most of them already implemented in system. Millions of data is available in LIMS, right? What kind of data we are having? Is it structured data or not? What is the operational model? And talent with respect to people and technology. And most important part is change management. It's not easy in pharma by considering all the regulations and also people mindset, right? That is very important here. How can we change the mindset or change management system? When we are creating a roadmap for the strategy, from that time onwards, we should actually provide multiple trainings or change managements in the system. And whenever we are doing any implementation, we should consider how can we scale up for the multiple sites or multiple processes. And how do you think about risk and responsible use of GenAI across the organization, right? When we are using a GenAI systems, is there any risk in the data, or our own maybe patents are we going outside of the data? So we need to think about all the risk management when we are implementing GenAI. So these are the framework what we can use implementation of any GenAI system by using. So if you look at the overall topic here, we are in the right time where India, we are actually displacing many processes, use the data and leverage AI techniques to transform the use cases, right? I always remember a few words from Mr. GVP. He used to say, always digital is enabled for process. Even the first half we talked about science, right? It's very core, which is important. But how can we enable, how can we use the digital systems for enabling the process? Example, we used to give an example, how food industry is enabled by Zomato and Swiggy, right? Still, the taste of food is required. Science is required for more. But the industry is enabled by distillation. Similarly, the leaders has to thought through how can we leverage these digital technologies to transform our processes, how can we unlock the real value from the business by leveraging these technologies and data. Thank you. Any questions?
Very simple, straightforward question being that regulators like US FDA, do they accept AI-generated reports?
Yes.
They are accepting. They don't have an issue that
So,
machine-generated data could be having its own biases and creating cognitive biases within the reports.
Yeah. So actually, FDA itself is using these technologies to identify the exceptions in the systems, right? Actually, they recruited many people in their industry. Whenever they are in inspection, they are taking out data and they are submitting to their AI team to generate the insights from the data. So already, even there are some guidelines how to implement these use cases by using the right validation framework. FDA doesn't have any concerns as long as we are maintaining the data privacy.
You continuously also keep looking for cognitive biases within the AI and keep improving that model also. Because that's driven on the data that you've given, because people are generating reports with their own cognitive bias. So how you identify those things also?
Yes. So there are two things. One is, example, there are many SOPs as tips are available. When a question comes to your mind, this particular topic is there part of which SOP, right? You can just enter your message into a chatbot. System will identify this particular sentence is there part of which SOP. It will give a right insight for you. And also you want to see what is the batch status. You have a manufacturing batch, you want to understand where it is exactly. You just give a batch ID, system will give all the insights in what is the status of this particular batch, where it is exactly, right? You can prompt anything. So system is having a capability to convert natural language into a query, get the data back, and give the response in a natural language to the user. And also, it will have a continuous feedback where now how we are using ChatGPT. Once you get the response, there is feedback available, right? If the response is not good, if you click on feedback, system will ask what you want exactly. Right? This feedback again will go back to the system and will be part of, it will be optimized for the next content creation.
Yeah, thanks for sharing your robotics proprietary technology. So the question is when we are talking about Gen AI, now in the industry 4.0, the goal is to have a data has to move seamlessly,
Yes.
irrespective of the person being there or not. Now, when we are talking about integrated manufacturing using technology, say manufacturing to QC to QA, then final release supply chain, is there any case or you can share using Gen AI, how these different independent functions from a product value cycle can Gen AI manage? For example, if there is a data loss between, say, manufacturing to QC, some data loss. Now that can be because of anybody. So, will Gen AI create those backend scenarios in the algorithm? Or also, can you share some example? Or is there anything the industry is looking at that?
Yeah. So, unfortunately, in the industry, what we are doing is when we are thinking about distillation, we are thinking vertically. If I am leading quality function, I will talk about only how I am doing quality distillation. If I am manufacturing lead, I will think about how I am doing distillation in the manufacturing process. But if you want to unlock the value, how can we integrate these verticals into a parallel thing, right? And then the system can connect the data, right? And then it can generate the insights whatever way you want. But the actual industry has to think about this thing. How can we actually displace in a parallel way? Even though if you are having a vertical systems, think about how can we connect all these data points parallelly across R&D to SEM. So that in R&D, if some maybe instruction is there, which is not transformed to QC as part of method transfer, right? And the people are struggling if they don't have the knowledge in what they have mentioned in the STP or the output process. So how can we get this instruction when I am doing the analysis itself, right? How can we get the contextualization of the particular important messages while I am doing an analysis to prevent the OS or OT? There are many things, actually there are many use cases if provided, if you are able to connect the data parallelly across all the value chains.
Venkat, so normally you had mentioned about interfaces. Basically the machine and the software needs to talk each other, and most of the time there will be errors will be coming, and that is one of the most of the challenges what we are getting faced now, because multiple things will be communicated and A takes one of the best thing. And out of which some things maybe get missing. Is there any such kind of case, how it was solved, or is there any actions which are going to be planned over that part?
No, can you give me an example where facing the challenge?
No, basically we are having multiple softwares and we are connecting to hardware. For example, we want to use this AI system where we are having M4 or a CDS, and again we are having DMs. There are multiple things which we are connected. Sometimes when these things are going on, there will be a sudden surprise, one day the audit file might be missing. And that can be either because of machine is not communicating to the software, or sometimes the software is not getting directly linked, because each and every machine is having a different software, and this needs to be interfaced with the AI which is available.
Yeah. So, for a reviewer to release the batch, it's not about CDS or a standalone system. Before releasing the batch, we need to ensure all data is secure and compliant, and with that confidence we can release the batch with the data, right? And unfortunately in the industry, every standalone instruments are having their own software. They are not allowing us to shake the hands with the centralized servers, the systems. So what we are doing is to mitigate the particular thing, we are using RP as a technology, where if the standalone systems are not providing any APIs, means not our manufacturing APIs, so software APIs, where we will use these automated workflows to get the data out of the system, so that the integration part can be solved.
Because even in most of the companies, they are using multiple standalone systems, because the standalone is clubbed to one software and other multiple standalone systems are clubbed to another thing, and which we are creating a lot of problem in implementing the things.
Because recent audit, one of the audit, Mr. Salim Akhtar was asking, scan halt in IR system. How many times you have generated this particular event in IR from last 3 years? We'll store only 1 month data in standalone. Even to upload last 3 years data into standalone to review that particular event, it takes millions of data, right? So what we have done is, by using our own agents, we are able to get the data quickly and we are able to show the auditor during audit itself. So those kind of possibilities are available. It's not about only that there are multiple technologies are available where we can integrate the multiple systems.
Thank you, Venkat. We can do that closing offline, please. So thanks, Venkat. Please,